We pranams to all of you. Thanks for the introduction, Vasudev. Okay, it will become all right. We start with 3 Omkars, then together, and we chant Sahanavatu, Shuklam Baradaram, and then Guru Brahma together. When we chant, let us see the meaning, because for any success we need the grace of the Lord. We meditate on the Lord. Then we also invoke the grace of the Gurus. Then we go further. Okay? Namastu ma vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shuklam Baradaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. With the grace of the Lord and the Gurus, let us start thinking together on this Taittiriya Upanishad. We have finished the 5 Anuvakas. We are into the 6th Anuvaka. Taittiriya Upanishad is one of the major Upanishads. It's called major because all the Acharyas, Shankara, Ramanuja, Madhva have written commentaries. And there is a glory to this Upanishad because Acharya Shankara took this as the first Upanishad to write commentary upon. And this is extremely popular. Everywhere you see this. But it has got a very deep meaning. We also saw earlier Valli. Now we have entered Brahmanandavalli and we have finished the 5 Anuvakas. This Upanishad, among other, this gives like any other Upanishad, this gives the highest input, prepares us for Atma Gyan, the highest. And this Upanishad is also famous for bringing to our attention the entire Srishti Prakarana, how this world is created. No other science has described it so well and so clearly beyond the doubts of anybody. There is no book in this world. And this Upanishad, especially this Brahmanandavalli, is famous for pancha, kosa, viveka, prakaram. The 5 sheets. We have already gone through the 5 sheets. We have gone through the upasanas. We had the Annamaya kosha, then we had the Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya kosha, and we had gone in the last class a little deeper also. Kosha, Annamaya kosha, is the grossest. Inner means subtler, number 1. Number 2, inner is more pervasive. Number 3, the subtler controls the gross. That's what we saw. And there was a special style of upasana given, that first we take Annamaya, And then we start seeing Vyashti Anna, Maya, Kosha with Samashti. And then we start visualizing Anna as Brahman. Then we realize it is not Brahman. It is not Karana, it is the Karya. It is Mithya. It is Ajnana. And because of this, then we go deeper. Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya. And then we had last class, we had entered into Anandamaya Kosha, where we thought Anandamaya is subtler than all the other koshas, the subtlest of the koshas. And we have also seen there is a similarity between the koshas and the three bodies, pancha kosha and three bodies. Annamaya and gross body, sthola sharira, same. Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya is the Sukshma Sharira, and Anandamaya and causal body, they are same. But while doing the Upasana, we first saw, we did Upasana on a Manushya Rupa. Anandamaya Kosha has got no its own Rupa. It has borrowed from Vijnanamaya. Which borrowed it from Manomaya, which borrowed from Pranamaya, and which borrowed from Annamaya. And we had seen the Rupa, Shiraha, Dakshina Pakshaha, Uttara Pakshaha, Ayamatma, and Pucham Pratishtha, the five. And we start doing the Upasana. But what we saw, a slightly different Upasana of Anandamaya was, it said, we have here the top, Priyam, Priya, Moda, Pramoda. These are the three degrees of Ananda, the different layers of Ananda. Priya, Ananda, happiness, more happiness, Moda, Pramoda, happiest, the subtlest, Priya, Priyatara, Priyatama. Priyatama people call, one who is very, very close. My Priyatama, Priyatame also. There it was the subtlest. They are again the graded. I had also said it is like, you like, let us say, Chandrahara. This MTR is famous for Chandrahara. And when you go there, the moment you see, you get little happiness, Priya. And then, afterwards you have to, book your seat and wait for a long time. And then you order. And then you get that to your table. First you had Darshanajam Sukam Priya. Happier than that was Moda. It belongs to you. Little better than. But a little higher is when you put it into your mouth. This is called the Pramoda. These are the graded happiness. Graded. What I said? Darshanajam Sukam, Grahanajam Sukam, and then Anubhavajam. But all these are graded according to our, so these are all various pleasures, but they are all dependent pleasures, not permanent, fleeting. But there is little greater we saw Ananda Atma. Ananda, the real Ananda, which is one which does not depend on anything. That is known to be higher than Priya, Moda and Pramoda that we saw as the Atma. And then we saw, than that is what is called as Brahma Pucham Pratishtha. So we had also seen this Ananda, Atmananda, which is equal to Brahmananda, is much higher than all this. It is something like the highest Ananda is like a candle. Brahmananda is like koti Surya, you can imagine. So that is the Brahmananda. And it was indicated that we try to go that these three levels, initially Priya, Moda, Pramoda were koshas. Ananda, we had seen in the last class, was far, far deeper because it is independent. It does not depend on all the happiness that we get, which is dependent on an object. Number one, it comes and goes. It is not permanent. It doesn't give me that happiness. The real Ananda is that called Brahmananda. And that's what we said we are all searching for. The ultimate Brahmananda. And it was said that we had seen that we have gone through all the pancha koshas. This inside Atman, the Brahman, this controls everything. Number one, I remember I made a suggestion. Subtler is inside, subtler is more pervasive, and the subtler controls. So what is the subtlest now? Then all the five koshas, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, this Brahman, the Supreme Consciousness, is the subtlest which controls everything, and that Ananda is incomparable. That's what we are trying to get. This is called pancha kosha viveka, and we have to sit in contemplation and try to experience this, which is not any objective things. And this Brahmananda is to be done by realizing that I have to go deeper and try to experience that Supreme, which is the subtlest, which controls everything. And you can't see the amount of comparison between this and Ananda also. So having then that this subjective, and last class we had seen, the Upanishad had said, Tadapyesha shlokaha bhavati. And we will take that shloka of this is the sixth Anuvaka of Brahmanandavalli. We will take it in portions, lead and follow. Asannena sabhavati, please repeat. Asannena sabhavati, asad brahmeti vedachet. Asti brahmeti chet veda. Santamenam tado viduriti. Tasyaisha eva sharira atma. Purvasya. We will read it together. Asannena sabhavati, asad brahmeti vedachet. Asti brahmeti vedveda, santamenam tado viduriti, tasyaisha eva sharira atma purvasya. So we have discussed quite a lot that Brahman is that supreme, and it is because of that everything is, and in fact the only thing that is present in this is that alone is true. But here he says there are some people who say, no, I don't believe in this Brahman. Come on, show me. Only if I can see, hear and all that I believe. Because I don't believe in something which you say it is there and not and all. And here the Upanishad says, he says, this Brahmananda which is because of the Atman inside, he says, Asat Brahma iti veda chet, means what? If, I am taking the second line first, if one neglects Brahman, Asat, if one negates, if person says there is no Brahman at all, Asat Brahma veda chet, if one says there is no Brahman, that means if one negates Brahman, negation of Brahman, he says, asatyeva sabhavati, means he is negating himself. If I so this Upanishad says, we have to believe, Upanishad. If we say, there is no Brahman, I only believe in the chair, wall and only what is perceivable by my senses, what can be felt by my mind, and what I can think of, only what I can cognize by my senses, by my mind, by intellect, that alone is true, because Brahman is not available for the senses, for the mind, for the intellect. Then he said, no, there is no Brahman. Then he says, Upanishad says, then it is something like that you telling, I don't exist. If you are existing, then Brahman is there. If you say there is no Brahman, he says no. Because what is it that is making me say there is no Brahman? Think. Is that? So if I say no Brahman means I am not that. And then the next line he says, Asti Brahma iti Veda. If one accepts there is Brahman, that Brahman is existent, Santa enam tata viduho. He himself is existent and he is a Santa. There are two things. If he says Asad, it is like Asura. I know you are getting scared. If anybody says no Brahman, then I am an Asura. And if we say there is Brahman, I am a Sura. Sura and Asura, Asuraha, one who revels in the sense is Asura. Not that one who he has this, in everywhere they show like this, like eyes. It is not. There is no indication of an Asura through this. In TV they say villains, nothing like that. If one does not believe in that, he is an Asuraha. That means he doesn't believe in any existence of anything. But Suraha is one who has the mind calm and pure, who has purified the mind, and with a purified mind, if in the seat of meditation he comes to experience of himself, he is called a Santa. He has got no other dress or anything like that. And there is one major difference between the Sura and the Asura. Asuras are those who are more bothered by Artha and Kama. Money and sensuality. But the Santa is one who is more in the direction of the Dharma and the Moksha. Artha and Kama, Asuraha. Dharma and Moksha, Suraha. And Santaha. He says, this Brahman is existent, and it is that because it is my own nature, it is because of that I am always in Ananda. And we have, if you see this lines again, we wrote Asameva Sabhavati Asad Brahmete Veda Chet Asti Brahmete Chet Veda Santamenam Tado Viduriti Sasyese Eva Epurvasya. There we stop Viduhu Iti. Iti in Sanskrit means end. Viduhu Iti. Till that, you go to the previous portion, he says Tadapesha Shloko Bhavati. This is an Yajurveda. This Upanishad has got this, and Yajur mantra is closed. He says Santamenam Tato Viduhu Iti. That is closed. But pancha kosa viveka is closed. That means it is telling us to understand that we have to realize the purpose for which I am born is to have moksha. I practice dharma, I become a Santa, and in the seat of meditation I realize Aham Brahma Asmi. This is the mantra quoted. And now he says, next, Tasyaisa eva shariratma yapurvasya. This is ultimate higher. This self is the core inside, and that controls everything. In fact, this Atman is one which is in all the five koshas. It is all the pancha koshas are that only. And you have to, the Upanishad says, it is something like Ananda. We are discussing of Ananda, which is not Koshananda. Kosha is limited. It is not Anandamaya. Ananda. Anandamaya is something like a modification is called Maya. Swarnamaya. A modification of gold is Swarnamaya. Maya is a modification, but we have gone inside and said this is Ananda, is the Atman. So it is the content which contains everything. In fact, everything in this universe is nothing other than that Brahman only. And now the question will come, the main question will come, you are saying this Brahman and all that. Is there any proof that there is Brahman? I want to see the proof. You said Brahman, you said there is a creator, which is one which is responsible for all creations. I had one of these occasions, I think I had shared with you, nothing wrong in Vedanta, there is, repetition is not a crime. There were two scientists going in a train, one an young scientist, and when he was sitting, he was reading a book and traveling like this, and came there an elder scientist, elder man. He was one of the greatest scientists there in United Kingdom. And he asked him, who are you? He said, this young man. This old man asked this young man, who are you? He said, I am a scientist. What book you are reading? He said, I am reading Bible. What? You are saying you are a scientist and you are reading Bible. No, there is a way of science. We don't believe in all this. Because we only believe in what can be proved in the lab and all that. Okay, anyway, I will tell you about all this religion and all that. Come, take an appointment and come. I will tell you. You are still young. And he was about to leave. Just before leaving, he wanted, hey, may I know who are you? This senior scientist asked a young. And he says, he showed his card. He says, Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison. You are such a great scientist. I told like this. No, I have made a mistake. I would like to know, I would like to learn from you. Tell me when I can come to you. Then he said, okay sir, please come on so and so date. At that time he went to Thomas Alva Edison's lab. There were a lot of, these, Earth, Moon, planets and so many models and everything was there. And this man, he said, why is all this? Who made all this? As the senior scientist, Thomas Alva Edison, no sir, it happened. It simply happened. What? We don't believe, scientists believe that things simply happen. There must be something. How can something can come without any? For any creation, there must be a creator. For you to have this, somebody must have done it. Don't tell me all that. Then Thomas Alva Edison said, sir, for this thing to happen, if there is a creator, what about this universe? For a small laboratory item, if you think it cannot exist without a creator, what about this universe? There is a creator. That's what is called Brahman, consciousness. That is the role of the scriptures. So this proves that Brahma Asti. The question that will come to us there are three questions. Brahma Asti Va Na Va. Is there Brahman or no Brahman? And there are two. Those questions are called prashna. But the questions that arise after you listen to a talk, sincerely, religiously, meticulously, some real questions will come. They are called the prashna. We have the student who was listening and he has got a genuine question. Let us see let this question come in us. Lead and follow the second portion. Atatonu prashnaha. Repeat. Uta vijnanamamam lokam pretyam. Avidyanamamam lokam pretyam. Kaschana gacchati. Aho vidvanamam lokam pretya. Aho vidvanamam lokam pretya. Kaschit samashnuta. You remember there that number 3 is written. You have got, there is a rule we saw in the Shikshavali in the first discourse we had, where we have to rise it, where you have to lower it, and then 3 means you have to have 3 like that. Samashnuta uno, samashnuta, 3 vowels. We'll read it together. Atatonu prashnaha uta vijnanamamam lokam pretya kaschana gacchati. Aho vijnanamamam lokam pretya kaschit samashnuta. He says a question will come. Anuprashna, a sincere student, asks this question, who has listened to the speaker, the guru, with lot of faith, and he sincerely asks this question. He says, Ata means like this, he says, Uta avidvanam amam lokam pretya kaschana gashchati. Avidvan, an ignorant person who doesn't know about this. Amam lokam pretya, after leaving this body, means what? Die, when he dies. Kaschana gacchati, does he go there and reach Brahman? I think this question should come to us. An avidwan, a person who doesn't know anything, who has not got exposed to any gurus on the spiritual and who has not made any sadhana, an ignorant person who thinks this body alone is real and the world is true, my body is true, such a person, or does he reach Brahman after dying? Or he says, Aho vidwan amam lokam pretya kaschit samashnuta iti. Or does the knower of the Brahman, vidwan, there avidwan, I hope it is clear. Avidwan, uta, you expand it. Uta avidwan amam lokam prepya. Avidwan amam lokam prepya. There is a question of avidwan. Does avidwan that goes to Brahman after? Or vidwan will go? Because you know, we have a thing, we have got ornaments. All the ornaments when they die, melted, all of them will become gold. Pure, impure, everything will become gold. But here, there is a feeling, whether you are a vidwan or avidwan, after death, everybody will go to Brahman. Because the Upanishad very clearly says, as long as you are in the body level, when you are not aware, you can't reach. And that sadhana has to happen when we are alive, when we are in this body only. So, just because by dying, whether you are a vidwan or an avidwan, whether you have done some sadhana or not, if you are going to attain that, why struggle all this, why come to meditation circle, listen and do meditation, why all this? Anyway, after death, after all the gold ornaments are melted, they will become gold. Like that, all of us will. So, Upanishad is very clear, it cannot happen. Whatever sadhana has to be done in this life. Karma, jnana, bhakti, you have to purify yourself, and with a purified mind, you become fit for contemplation and meditation. And in the seat of meditation, you will realize there is only one and only one, that is Brahman. And only when you have that realization, then you are, that can happen only in Jivan Muktaha, in its. After death, you have got a bundle of vasanas, then you have got to be birth and river again. So there is no, it is very clear, Upanishad is very clear that it does not happen. And then to make this student understand that this everything is Brahman and Brahman only, Upanishad is now giving us a description of the whole creation. In fact, in the beginning, before creation, what was there? Only one. Even this earth, all of us know, was because of a spark that came out from the sun. It was a part of the sun, and now it is still getting cooler. Normally we don't believe how earth was a part of, it was a part of sun. The whole creation, it is a wonder how this creation has been happening, how the world is created, and afterwards how the all other kingdoms, the sasyas and the animals and the human beings and the superhuman beings, how they are all created. How was this created? Because this is what saints want. I want to know. If, because there was, in fact, everything was Brahman. There was nothing other than Brahman. Now also, all this is only Brahman and Brahman, Brahman alone. And this is made clear to us by the Upanishad explaining to us how this world is created. Alright? We will take that portion in bits. So kamayata bahusyam prajayeti satapotapyata satapastaptvam idagam sarvamasurjatam yadidam kincha. We read it together, that portion. Together. So kamayata bahusyam prajayeti satapotapyata satapastatvam idagam sarvamasrujatam yadidam kincha. This is a process of creation. How this entire world is created. How this world is created is like anything else. So, number one, all initially we believe, because we have to believe, because we can't believe in anything, we have to believe, no? We believe in our Shruti. We have total faith. There was, and this is Apaurashaya, not written by anybody. Our Vedas are written by anybody. There is no purpose, and they are all truth and truth and truth alone. And it says, number one, for any creation to happen, there must be, let us say you want to create a pot, there must be a pot, a mud, and there must be a potter, and then you get the pot. Or you have got a furniture, wooden furniture, let us say, and there must be wood, and there must be a carpenter, and then you have the wood. Without wood, you can't create a furniture. Or you have the wood, automatically do you think it will happen? Zing, wood will get drum, then ding, wood. No. There must be a carpenter, there must be a wood, and we have the created is the furniture. And there are other two things. It's called Nimitta Karana and Upadana Karana. The intelligent cause and the material cause. And first let us see that there was Brahman and Brahman only, because there was nothing in this universe other than that. And then how did this create? So for any creation to happen in the materialistic world, suppose you want to create a product, what do? First you develop a desire. Yes. Whether it is a hardware item or a software thing, you must have first what? A desire I must do. And second stage is, after getting the desire, then what you should do? Then you must have the process of creation, and you must have a vision, visualization. First you must have a desire, then you must have the visualization. The third stage is real effort and manifestation. I think you agree with me. So this is the whole process that the Upanishad is explaining. First he said, Saha means what? You have to believe. Kamayata. So he developed a desire. What? I must create the what? Everything. It includes the Jiva and the Jagat. The Ishvara, the Supreme Brahman, desired that we will create both Jagat and the Jiva. That's number one. And that means, now, there is a difference between our desire and the Bhagavan's desire, Paramatman's desire. And our desires, the things, our desires are generally selfish. And most of our desires create what is called as bondage. Whereas Brahman's desire is free from bondage. What do you call that? Freedom. Your seminar. Bondage and freedom. They are organizing a retreat. This. Brahman, our desires is bondage. Bhagavan's desire is freedom. Because he is not bound by anything. So, there is a desire. The first Supreme Brahman decided that we know, there is only one. I shall create sa kamayata. And what that, unfortunately, we get, even in the materialistic world, it should come as a thought. For example, the KRS that we see is a thing that all of us can see. But for that to happen, first there was a desire in Saram Vishweshwaraya that we must have a dam. Then what did Saram we did? Then he visualized. Second stage. There was a desire, kama, and then second was visualization in his thought. Everything in this world begins with a thought. Think. All things in this world begin with thought, and then it becomes a thing. From thought to things. So, two stages. The desire, then he visualized. Ding. These are things which others cannot see. Can you see the desire in Saram Vismay? Or the plan that you have? No. The third stage was actual construction of KRS that everybody is able to see, perceive. So the Bhagavan's number one step is desire. And number one, I have said, there is a difference between the desire. Our desires cause bondage. Bhagavan's desire is freedom. And second, we have the mind, intellect to think, to visualize. But for Bhagavan, there is no mind. He is beyond that. So this is where the whole secret of creation, he is called, with the support of Maya. Maya Shakti is that power which he used for visualize, both for Sakamayata, and then he says the visualization. And then he said the third stage, and so we have to call it as two. Kama, ours is Ashuddha Kama, bondage. He is a Shuddha Kama, freedom from anything. And the next stage he says Sa Akamayata, bahusyam prajayeti. He said, I shall become many. I will become everything. Because at that time there was nothing. Before creation, even there was no space also. I hope, am I going too deeper? Before creation, there was no space also. There was only one thing, that is that Brahman. And that Brahman, after Sakamayata, desire was Bahusyam Prajayeti. I shall become many. But normal in your human production, a person can produce a person of that species only, normally. A man can produce only one, a human being, one more. But here, he creates all the, subtle tanmatras and then panchabhutas. That creation, the whole process of creation is panchabhutas, panchikarana, and from that you got all the panchikruta mahabhutas, and from then you have got the vegetable kingdom, animal kingdom, human kingdom, and all that. So he says, I shall create all that. He says, and then he stages, what does it say? So kamayata bahusyam prajayeti, so tapotapyata. So tapotapyata here we have to understand as he started visualizing. Visualization. Kama is thinking. I said in creation two. Number one, desire. Second stage, visualization. Third, actual creation. So he, tapotapyata means he with Maya as the force. Maya was his instrument because he has no other instrument. With Maya as the Maya is also in the West Samashti, we have seen in Tattvavada, is the Samashti Maya and Veshti Avidya. And that is equal to the causal body and the causal universe. I hope you remember that, because minus Tattvavada, it is difficult to understand our Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita. Our Granthas can be understood only with that background. So he says, he had that instrument, so tapotapyata, he says, and then he says, idagam sarvam asujata. He created all this. He or she, that only. Don't say Seshadri came and said, he created. All the women will say, why we created, we says man. This has got no male and female. That Supreme is beyond all that. So including the space, he says, in the word, what does it say? Yedidam kincha. All that we are seeing here is created by him. Creation, all that is done. So then, I want you to see the similarity between the things that we create in this world. Same. What is that? Number one, kama, the desires, then visualization, actual process, and they are all bondage, but Bhagavan's creation is freedom. And he, Sakama, and then he thought Visujata, visualized, and then idam sarvam Visujata yedidam kincha. All that we see in universe, that means he became what? Both. It is not we say wood became furniture. But carpenter does not become furniture. Are you understanding? But in this case, you see the difference. Both the nimitta and upadana karana, the material and the intelligent cause is only that. In fact, there is no cause and effect, there is only one. Causeless cause we call it. So he became that in implementation, and we produce lot of efforts to create. But for Bhagavan, it is said in the Upanishad, it is by sankalpa matrena. He doesn't do any, a carpenter does all the work, no. takes the wood and does all that. There is lot of effort. But the Bhagavan did all this creation by Sankalpa. No, I don't believe. How can it be possible? Sankalpa Matrena. By Sankalpa, you have to create what? Everything. Are you not doing it? You are doing it. You are also doing Sankalpa Matrena, but not know. When you sleep, think. I want you to start thinking. When you sleep, sometimes you get deep sleep and then you get a dream. In the dream, you suddenly become the President of the United States and you create the whole and you are the controller and all that. How did that creation happen? Did you not create for yourself a dream body, the dream world? Did you bring some material, created America? No. By Sankalpa Matrena, we all create daily the dream world and the dream person. Here you might say, Seshadri, you are telling me that is possible to create a mithya. Think. Please understand it deeply. Is not this world also same mithya? This world and what we are seeing, everything is as unreal as the dream, that world, the dream person you created. So the Lord creates what? This out of His Sankalpa Matrena. And then we will take, okay, this is a very logical. See, it is amazing to see how logical and systematic this Upanishad is. Everything is so systematic. No other science can explain this in as much detail as this. Then we will see the Lord. Now what has happened is, Bhagavan has created. He is both what? The material cause and also the intelligent cause. Nimitta and Upadana Karana is Him. He is He and He and He only. And then let us see what happens next. Tat Sruštva, repeat. Tadevanu Pravishate Tadanu Pravishya Satchatyacha Bhavate Niruktam cha Nilayanam cha Anilayanam cha Vijnanam cha Satyam cha Nrutam cha Satyam abhavate Edidam kincha Tat Satyamitya chakshate Tadapyesha shloko bhavati. We will read that and start. Tat Sruštva. We read it together. Tat Sruštva Tadevanu Pravishate Tadanu Pravishya Satchatcha Bhavate Niruktam cha Nilayanam cha Vijnanam cha Satyam cha Nrutam cha Satyam abhavate Yedidam kincha Tat Satyamitya chakshade Tadapyesha shloko bhavati. All right. Lord has Tat Sruštva. Means what? Having created. That so far we have come. Now the world is created. Let's say the word universe is created. A bigger term. Not only our earth and our this thing. There are millions and trillions of our solar system. We have got our sun and other planets and including our earth. Our earth in our solar system is not even one speck of dust. Like that, we have got the millions and trillions of solar systems and you can see the vast, and we don't know where is the space, it's beyond everything. Having Tat Sruštva, and then having created that, tat eva anupravishate. Having created the Chaitanya, he gave power to them. He says the Lord entered. Tat eva anupravishate. This portion is called anupravesha vakyam. Creation. Now, anupravesha vakyam. He says, this Paramatma entered in all as Jivatma. So we have to understand that Jivatma is nothing but the Paramatma. It is the only same conscious principle. That which is the proof of all the existence is Brahman. And in reality, it is nothing but, if we are seeing things are happening in this universe, it is all happening because of that power. I and you, right, in this moment I am talking, you are listening. So obviously there is this Jivatma functioning. And what is that Jivatma? Is nothing but Paramatma. That means, if this is happening, Upanishad says, believe that there is Brahman. When Jivatmas are functioning, it is a proof that the Paramatma is functioning, because there is no difference between the Jivatma and the Paramatma. So, entered, don't take it literally. No, it was there. And from somewhere Paramatma came, zing, it started expressing as Jivatma in all the Jivas. It means, so this is one creation. And he says, this the commentators of various commentators of this Upanishads, they say, you have to understand existence of Jivatma is, or the proof of Jivatma is nothing but the proof of Paramatma. And then he says you have got to add Brahmeva Jivatma Rupena Vyavaharati, which is not mentioned in this portion, but which we must understand that this entire Brahman is doing all the transactions, and he says, a list is given, Tadanu Pravishya, and he says what? Satcha Tvatcha Brahma Abhavat. See that portion? Satcha Titcha Bhavate. It says Satcha and then Tatcha Brahma Abhavat. So any doubt of existence of Brahman, he says, Upanishad says Brahma Abhavat became or manifested as both Sach and Tat. Sach and Tat. We'll see what they are after a few minutes, and we'll see all the other ones. Niruktam cha, anuruktam cha. You read that? Niruktam cha. It means niruktam cha, aniruktam cha. Number 2. Third, nirayanam cha, anirayanam cha. These three, see them, Sat, Niruktam, Nirayanam. They are the Sthula Prapancha, the gross universe. Then Tat, Tvat, Aniruktam, Anirayanam. They are all the indicators of Sukshma Prapancha. That means Brahman became, we saw that, it became all this. It says, Tadena anupravishit, tad anupravishva. It became abhavat. Abhavat means it got started manifesting, or it became. There is nothing newer. Same Brahman became Sat and Tat. Niruktam, Aniruktam. Nirayanam, Anirayanam. Both it became Sthula and Sukshma. Niruktam, is what can be clearly defined. Aniruktam, what cannot be defined. Niruktam, what can be defined, what cannot be defined. And Nirayanam and Anirayanam. What can be Niraya is a support. What is a support, what is not a support. In other words, it is all. And it also says Vijnanam cha, Avijnanam cha. It is both Chetana and Achetana. Let us not think that Brahman is only that life. It is everything. Every grass, subtle, causal, objects, universe, everything is only that became that Nilayanamta. So, in other words, what does it mean? This Stula and Sukshma, all the universe, Stula, Sukshma, Deha, Stula, Sukshma, Prapancha is what? Brahman. Because you see, Abhavat, there is a keyword there. Abhavat means it became. Or that means, what should we do when you look at things of Sat, Tvat, Niruktam, Aniruktam, Nilayanam, Anirayanam, Vijnanam, Chetana and Achetana, everything is that Brahman only. That means he has mentioned as all the grass and the subtle body and the universe. What about the causal, which is not mentioned here? He says there is no creation. It was there. It is a part of the. We have said before. It is not in association with Maya. It was there even before. It is in association only when that Supreme married Maya. Then only this started creation taking place. It is a part of him. So, Karana Sharira is a part of him. Everything is created here. And then one more he says, Satyam cha Nrutam. He says Satyam cha Anrutam. You must read it as. It means both the Jagrat Prapancha, Satyam, which is not Satyam, relatively true, and Anrutam is the dream world. So that also is there, and he says Satyam cha Anrutam cha Satyam Abhavat. Very, very important. We have to understand it, we will understand it very well. See, concentrate on that portion. Satyam cha Anrutam, Satyam cha, we have to read it as, split it, Satyam cha Anrutam cha Satyam Abhavate. What does it mean? Satyam Abhavate is called the Paramarthika Satya. And Satyam is the Jagrat Prapancha. Anrutam is the Swapna Prapancha. That means all this world, the waking world and dream world is what? Manifestation. Because I am very, very particular. If you don't understand, we don't understand this Upanishad well. The waking world and the dreaming world. Satyam cha, Anrutam cha, Satyam Abhavate. Abhavat means became manifest. Became manifest of what? The Supreme Brahman. So that Supreme Brahman is called Paramarthika Satya. Paramarthika Satyam alone became what? Vyavaharika, and the other one they call it for Swapna, they call it Pratibhasika. The two terms that are used in Sanskrit is Vyavaharika Prapancha and Pratibhasika Prapancha. They are called the waking world and the dream world. They are nothing but what? Manifestation. It is not power, it is that only. Paramarthika Sat. That means what do we understand? So we have given a list of things. All these things are what? Satyam cha, Anrutam cha, Satyam Abhavat, it became that. Therefore, what is this Paramarthika Satya? Brahman only. Satyam, Paramatika Satya is that supreme para Brahman only. And he also uses the word Yedidam Kincha. Suppose something I have left mentioning. Yedidam, twice you will see this. Yedidam Kincha. All that has been told and not told, etc., 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 is what? Manifestation of that. That means what is existence? One existence. There is only one existence. That is Brahma Asti. So the question was, our question was, Brahma Asti va Nava. Is there Brahman or no Brahman? When you see things, you see, our whole style of looking at the life should change after listening to, going to this Upanishad. Wherever you see, there shall be no clash of anything. Whatever you see, wherever you see, whomever you see, what and where, and all that you see, perceive, feel, think, is what? The Supreme Brahman only. Brahman alone is both. We go back, the intelligent cause and the material cause. In Christianity also they say the Lord created out of his own. Actually, let it be any religion. We are on Christmas Day. Whether you are this religion, that religion, the difference is only the bodies and little bit of our mind and thinking, that is all. In reality, whether you are, we are not seeing the difference between the different caste people, irrespective of the caste, creed, color, nationality. Why animals, why human beings, animals, all other things in this universe is only Brahman. That means our vision should change when we listen to this Upanishads. That whatever not only see, not only what is perceivable by me through my senses, eyes, ear, nose, tongue and skin, or what can be felt by my mind, or what can be thought of by my mind, everything is Brahman alone. So, this is, according to this Upanishad, is the proof for existence. And he says, Edidam kincha tat satyam itya chakshate. That alone is what? Satyam itya achakshate is how you have to read it as. Itya achakshate. Existence of, it is something like that. When you see the various ornaments, if you think that the ornaments are existent, then it is the proof that the gold is the existence. If you see the various parts of different sizes, different this thing, the proof that if you believe that there is pot, then it is a proof that there is mud. So similarly, so this is the Upanishad says, Brahman did not create. Do you understand? Srishtikata, no. Carpenter creates. Wood becomes. Are you understanding? Wood becomes a furniture. Carpenter creates. You got the two karanas. But here, Brahman is both the upadana and the nimitta karana. That alone is. So we must have this visualization when you see this Upanishad. Start seeing with a difference. We'll spend few minutes, I wanted to keep for 5 minutes. We'll just go through a small process of meditation, because it has been done in the beginning, entire meditation. We'll just take you to a 5 minutes, I got about 12 minutes. We'll give you 5 minutes. I'll take 7 minutes. Okay? Let us sit straight. And we are going to do the most important aspect of this part of this this thing. It's called, we are going to go through the pancha kosa, viveka. Please sit straight. Hands comfortably on the thighs, probably in Dhyana Mudra on your thighs. Vertebral column perpendicular to the body. Those who are wearing specs, please remove. Sit straight. Don't take the back support because we will be closing your eyes. When you close your eyes, if you have the back support, you will get deep sound sleep. Sleep for you, sound for others. So sit straight, relax, invoke the grace of the Lord. You are going through a great process. Invoke the grace of the Gurus. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. You are invoking the grace of the Lord and the Gurus. Relax all parts of the body, starting from the foot, the ankle, the calf muscles, the knee, the thighs, the stomach region, the heart, the lungs, the right shoulder to the right hand fingers, the left shoulder to the left hand fingers. Relax your chin, relax your lips. Best way to relax the lips is to get a beautiful smile. Smile till you are happy. Observe the nostrils, air going in, coming out. Relax your eyeballs, the forehead, eyebrows, bottom of the backbone, like that slowly climb up. You have relaxed all parts of the body. First let us visualize the body is called the Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha made out the grossest of the bodies, outer shell. You can start seeing your own body and start seeing that the cause for this is the food, annam, and see the Veshti annam, Samashti Annamaya Kosha and Veshti Anna. And then you will start seeing, oh, this Annas, which is the power, is the Brahman. You see the Veshti Annamaya, Samashti Annamaya Aikyam, and start seeing Annam as Brahman. Oh, then you will understand, no, there is something deeper than this, subtler than this, the prana in me. And this Veshti prana, start visualizing. It is a part of the Samashti prana, micro and the macro, Pindanda, Brahmanda. And now you are seeing, because of this prana is controlling the Annamaya Kosha. It is subtler than that. And it is because of which this is functioning. So I consider Anna, Prana as Brahman. Now we are going to the next step. Prana is Brahman. No. I understand. I will go to the next step. This prana, subtler than the prana. Inside that prana we have got the Veshtimana. And that is a part of the Samashtimana. And we are now seeing the Aikya of the Veshtimana and Samashtimana. And now that Mana, Manomaya, is controlling the prana and the Jagat. So it is subtler than that, and that is the Brahman. I start visualizing. Oh, now I understand. Now that Mana is also controlled by Vijnanamaya Kosha, the intellectual sheath, Veshti Vijnana, the individual, and the Samashti Vijnana. And Samashti Vijnana is controlling the all other koshas. That Vijnana is the Atman. I understand, no, than that Vijnanamaya, there is another causal body in the Veshti, causal universe in the Samashti, which is controlling which is Anandamaya, is subtler than the Vijnanamaya, which is subtler than the Manomaya, which is subtler than the Pranamaya and the Annamaya. And that is Brahman. Then I say, no, I realize there is something higher than this, is the Anandamaya Kosha. Karana Sharira, Karana Prapancha. And there you will see that Anandamaya Kosha is the subtlest of the 5 koshas, subtler than Vijnanamaya, Manomaya, Pranamaya, Annamaya. And that Anandamaya, the causal body, is controlling all the subtle bodies and the gross body. And that we thought is the Brahman. Then we realized, then Anandamaya. Priya, Moda, Pramoda. Then we saw the base for it is Atma and Brahman. It is that Brahman which is deeper than all these Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya Kosha. It is deeper than this, subtler than this, which is controlling all that, which is only truth. Which in fact, all these projections of this world, the universe, the entire universe, everything, gross, subtle, causal, everything is that Brahman and Brahman only. The purpose of my life is to realize the self in me is the self in all, and there is only one. Start thinking for a minute. The Gurus told me, Tattvamasi. Now I am realizing I am the Jivatma and the Paramatma. There is no difference. Aham Brahma Asmi. There is only one thing in the universe. Advaita. List was given. Tat, Chvach, Niruktam, Aniruktam, Nirayanam, Anirayanam, Vijnanam, Avijnanam, Satyam, Rutam, Yedidam Kincha. There is only one and only one. We have taken birth in this life to realize this. Aham Brahma Asmi. And the Shanti part. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Rub your hands together. Gently, slowly massage your face. Give the warmth to the eyes and slowly open your eyes and see the world with a difference. Krishna Krishna.